Hello everyone and welcome back to this series where I'm playing Rapid Chess Unleashed, chess 10 minutes per player. I'm commenting on my games, discussing my thought process, and hopefully I'm helping some of you learn what to look for in certain positions. For those of you who are beyond my level, I also welcome you to add some comments about how I should improve. If you realize that I'm significantly weaker in some aspects of the game than other, maybe you should also, help me out with that. But mostly I'm doing this to help lower rated players who are on their journey to mastering the game. So let's check it out. Last game we had the white pieces. This one, no, or did we have black? Yeah, I don't remember anymore. But we have white here, and we play against MCGA Sim, who we don't know where he's from or where she's from. So okay, we have the Sicilian defense, and we're going to go for knight to f3. Yeah, we had the white pieces in the previous game where I played the Adams attack. But here, I mentioned that this is the only Sicilian where I play b4 right away. So we'll see if my theory knowledge about this b4 Sicilian challenge is up to the task, or do I have to improve on it? So obviously, our opponent here doesn't meet this quite often, which means that he will either ignore it, where we can advance the pawn to b5 and grab more space here, or he will capture it, just to see why I would play such a move. So both are fine for me. I actually don't have anything prepared if my opponent doesn't capture this. So yeah, but it makes sense to capture since it's the strongest move. So we're gonna play d4. Now he should stop this either by playing d5 or e6. E6 is okay. So he goes for g6 right away. All right, we're gonna. How do we approach this? G6 right away. Yeah, makes sense. Why not? Why not? Just go bishop c4. Pretend like we're playing a normal game. And we just gave a pawn for development. Yeah, why not? Oh, it goes for knight to f6 first. Okay, now we're gonna kick it away. Now we're gonna kick it away, and we're already looking. Okay, he might go d5 here. Might also not be a terrible idea. Yeah, because if he doesn't go d5 here, then we might have even some bishop captures and f7 action here. So I have no idea what to make of this. He's going for a pretty unique move order. Yeah. So I'm not sure about this whole bishop to c4 business, but he disregarded the fight for the center of the board, so why not? Yeah, well, we'll see what he does. If d5, usually, yeah, he will play d5, and now since I don't know specifically how to tackle this, I might even just move the bishop. Yeah, he gets the e4 square maybe for his knight. Do I care about that? Not particularly. Or I could just capture, and then if he captures, even advance the pawn to d5 might not be a terrible plan. Okay, let's see what happens. I don't think this is in this particular setup. Like you have some lines where you should play bishop to b5 first, but I think here we should just grab more space. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he thinks about it. And yeah, we might just even after the knight moves just castle. Yeah, we don't care about captures. We don't care about the pawn push. Pawn push actually might be nice, but no, I don't believe such a thing is possible. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him decide. So if he captures, if I castle, he captures. I'm gonna play rook e1 check. He has to block with bishop to e7. There's no good move here. I'm pretty sure that's not good for him. So yeah, I will let him explain what his plan is regarding development. He's gonna go bishop g4. Okay, perfectly fine. How to make the most out of the position? Uh, yeah, this is a very rich position. What if I play rook e1? What's his plan? He will play e6 then? How is he? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, he will have to play something. Or he moves the queen and he actually castles queenside. Yeah, I don't know about that either. We might have some c3 ideas here with queen a4 check, since the knight here is fairly poorly placed for the moment, as long as the d5 pawn is alive. So he might include bishop captures on f3 to avoid that. But other than that, I think we're just dominating the center of the board. Like we might even force his hand with bishop to g5. Yeah, okay, so he now goes after the f6 pawn. We can actually ignore e6. E6 is not really that big of a deal. Yeah, capturing now. Yeah, okay. You do have this. That's true. Uh huh, huh, huh. I'm also considering rook captures on e6, but not right now as the bishop here controls it, so yeah, this doesn't look like something that he should be able to play, and yet he plays it. Very interesting. Okay, let's just keep the tension. There's no need to rush anything here. Let's just keep the tension. He can't really capture on d5 as long as the rook controls the e file. Yeah, and now my idea is that if he develops the bishop, then I can even control him with bishop to h6. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see what he does. If my knight was developed, I wouldn't have any hesitation here, as I would be able to capture here without worrying about this and then even go further. But yeah, I kind of don't want to allow the queen trade here, and also having to move the rook. So we'll see what he does next. How does he develop the bishop? That's... Okay, so he will capture. Yeah, makes sense to avoid any action on the queen side. Capture here. And now I don't think that his position is even playable. What? He just blundered the queen. Okay. Yeah, okay, see. Yeah, not the best. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so he even goes for this. We can even sacrifice the rook, as there's really no move he can make. Okay. So that was fairly clean. Do we have a fancy way of finishing the game? No, we can just capture and mate here. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm very much interested in what just happened there, since I always recommend this b4 line against the Sicilian. Let's just check why. What went so poorly for him? So okay, I played e4, c5, and the b4. So best is to capture. Sometimes with the pawn, sometimes with the knight. Sometimes players will capture with the knight, sometimes with the pawn. But your idea is the same. Like here, c captures on b4 was played, and I grabbed the full center. But if knight captures, then you challenge the knight, and then you go sort of a Evans Gambit structure, captures, and okay, e6, but most players will just play d5 here. You will play knight to c3, and then you will get something like this with bishop to d2. And there are some funny lines here, like e6, you can go rook b1, and after bishop to b4, you can even capture here. Sort of a forced line that allows white a lot of action. Queen e4 check, bishop e3, and it's not easy to play this, as there are so many threats, like knight to c7 with check, the bishop coming into the game. So yeah, it's pretty tricky. But my opponent went for b captures on c4. I played d4. He played g6, which yeah, should be met with the with a3, and a3 is a pretty standard continuation to b4. I think it's like even called the Mengarini variation of the Sicilian. I played bishop c4, he played knight f6, yeah, now e5, d5. I played captures, he played captures, I played d5, yeah, and already slight advantage for white, but nothing. Oh, so f5 here. Yeah, f5 here. That's very interesting. No, okay, knight f5 is strongest, but why was bishop to f5 a consideration? Why is this bad? Captures, captures, and then queenside castles. Okay, and he does have some very nasty pressure here. Or if I move my king, yeah, he captures here, and then he has compensation for the piece. So it's very tricky. You can't just, you know, capture a piece. So yeah, after castles, if a bishop to f5 move is played, you just castle and then continue. So okay, knight a5. I castled the bishop to g4, and I played, yeah, so c3, the move we discussed with the threat of queen a4 check, does seem to be the way to go, but also captures is very nice here. So just captures, captures, simply because of captures, captures, and queen d4 with a double attack. Yeah, okay. Okay, joke's on me. It was a free bishop, yeah, okay. But it's such a complicated line, I mean, both you and your opponent will miss stuff here. I played rook d1. Again, captures was the way to go. I played rook e1, e6. I played bishop g5. And now bishop g5, not that impressive. Yeah, he had h6 here. h3, okay. We just trade. He played captures. I played captures. Yeah, now his position is just lost here. Yeah, it's okay. So not much of a game by, you know, we both missed stuff here, but you know, I'm always happy to advertise the Pawn to b4 Sicilian. If you guys enjoy it, maybe try it. It's incredibly complicated to play because whatever your opponent plays, there's like you know, 10 hidden traps behind the move. But you know, if you like to calculate, if you like to play tricky moves, maybe this is just the weapon you've been looking for. So yeah, here we took down a 2300 opponent, and we didn't really work all that hard for our meal, even though it could have easily gone the other way around. But that's chess. One day, you know, you give your opponent a lesson, the next game, the next day he gives you one. So yeah, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. A bit of a shorter one today, but you know, we can't have every day fighting for our lives. Sometimes it's gonna be a shorter game. What are you gonna do? So yeah, as usual, you can check 2 of my previous videos here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Continuing to check up on your wonderful suggestions, and also, you know, playing some Rapid to improve everyone's mood and knowledge. See you soon.